So let's set the scene. People are running away from the site of a burial. Mourners are climbing over each other, doing whatever they can to get away. 3 pastors are scrambling to get out of a freshly dug 6-foot pit, trying desperately to escape. What? A zombie? A ghost? Let's find out. Psst. If you like dark and mysterious stories, I do that here, so click like and subscribe and stick around, okay? It was the summer of 1915 in Blackville, South Carolina. The sun was beating down on a group of mourners shrouded in black, grieving and comforting each other. Just the day before, a young lady by the name of Essie Dunbar stopped breathing and just hit the ground, suffering from an epileptic seizure. Her panicked family didn't know how to help, so they contacted the one person who could help, local physician Dr. D.K. Briggs. He arrived as quickly as he could, but by the time he rolled up, it was too late. He checked her pulse, he found none. He checked her breathing, she wasn't breathing. Dr. Briggs saw no sign of life and declared Essie deceased. Her family were distraught, but they had to move quickly with the ceremony, lest the hot Carolina sun quicken the decay. They weren't going to have the lady embalmed, so there'd be no preservation, but Essie's sister lived in a different town and she would not be able to make it to Blackville until the next morning, so the funeral was scheduled for the following day. The family sent word of Essie's passing and gathered 3 ministers to bless her homegoing. Essie was dressed and prepared. She was placed in a wooden coffin, and friends, acquaintances, and family members congregated around her. The preachers put on their individual sermons, causing the funeral to drag on a bit. They were giving Essie's sister enough time to come through and say her goodbyes. There was only so much stalling they could do before they finally had the vessel covered, screws set in before having the coffin lowered into the ground. They were starting to cover the coffin over with dirt when Essie's sister finally burst through the crowd. She begged the preachers to take her sister back out and give her a moment to say a proper goodbye. After some thought, the preachers conceded. They had the coffin removed, the screws dislodged, and the lid taken off. Shock and horror painted the faces of Essie's sister and the preachers. Essie's face was plastered with a smile, a lively smile for the sister who finally made it. Essie sat up and the preachers scrambled, all 3 falling into the recently disturbed ground. Some people attending the funeral sat there shocked for a moment. Others fled. People were climbing over each other, running away from the scene. They thought she was some kind of ghost or a zombie or something. Essie tried to reach out and speak with her family members, but they were frightened and they fled too, just like everyone else. The preachers scrambled to get out of the grave. One of them made it out of the pit with 3 broken ribs, which eventually caused their own visit to another one of the local doctors. Essie was so confused, as anyone would be after waking up in a coffin. She made her way back into town where people continued to run from her. Blackville was no big city. It's still not a very big city to this day. Most of the people knew one another. Therefore, when Essie walked through the town, people were fleeing left and right. They didn't know what to make of her. But after a little while, they started to realize that, hey, this must have been some sort of misdiagnosis, and they warmed up to Essie, for the most part. Her family wrapped her up in hugs, relieved to find out the doctor's assessment was wrong. The lady hadn't died, she had just slipped into some sort of coma following the seizure. Still, some people were suspicious of the lady, while others called her the woman who beat death. Essie went on to live for another 47 years. She went back to life the way she had been before her almost burial, and she was a social lady, keeping up with her friends and acquaintances around town. She went to work making her money picking cotton. She was 77 years old when she died the final time on May 22nd, 1962 in Barnwell County Hospital in South Carolina. The local paper referenced her previous funeral with the headline, "Final Funeral Held for South Carolina Woman." So tell me in the comments section, how would you react to waking up in your own coffin? I'd be mortified, practically catatonic. My anxiety could never. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you'll join me in a few days for another one. Also, this is Creepycassettiyt. I'm your girl D, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.